Hi guys, this is the advisor and welcome back to my channel. Today I would like to tell the world what is wrong with the Jamaica Constabulary Force. I'd like to let the world know why crime fighting has failed in Jamaica. And while a lot of this has to do with politicians themselves who do not really care about with the way that crime goes, but a lot of it has to do with the police force itself and how it is being administered. Now, if the flaw that I'm pointing out can be fixed, we will have a better police force, we will have a professional police force, and we will also have a more effective base for crime fighting. One of the first things I find about the JCF today is that it has no effective command structure, no accountability, and the senior staff underestimates the worth of the experienced constables. The way I see the JCF now, it has no administrative capabilities whatsoever. Because to be promoted, one should have had a certain amount of arrests, or foiled a major jailbreak, make a major drug bust, or have attained some other kind of distinguished achievement in the force. But instead, what do we have? We have a group of incompetent but entitled people in khaki clothes who have no experience, who have never done a day of police work in their lives, most of them, who have no practical skill or no effective talent that they can bring to the Jamaica Constabulary Force, and they are earning the biggest salary, making the biggest blunders, making no contribution, and at the same time stifling the real policemen who are out there doing real police work. Gone are the days when police get promoted because of their capabilities and their merits. These days, police get promoted because they have a university degree. And most of them, the degree that they have is of no relevance to crime fighting or policing in the least. You see, the thing is, if a man like Trinity Keith Gardner, had been entered the police force today, he would never be promoted. He would have remained a constable until death, or basically until he left the force. Because you do not get promotion for achievements after doing police work. You get promotion these days. You get promotion by by achieving something for yourself. And by achieving something for yourself, I mean going out and get a degree. And guys, I'm going to give you a list of, well, not a complete list, not an exhausted list, but a list of some of the incompetent people that currently prevails in the force, and a group of people who should have been there and who had actually made differences in the past. Most who have now retired. Three of the main wasters who came into the Jamaica Constabulary Force was Mark Shields, Les Green, and Justin Felice. These are three men who came from overseas and were parachuted into the Jamaica Constabulary Force and given gazetted rank, high rank, and are sent out there to solve crime. No, I'm not saying that these men were underachievers, because I could have lived with them being underachievers. These men were simply non-achievers. They were just a waste of space to the Jamaican people, to the Jamaica Constabulary Force, and to the Jamaican taxpayers. For example, each of these men, when they came to Jamaica, they were given a $7 million vehicle, brand new, to just go about as their personal service vehicle. They were put up in big hotels and given big salaries, big vehicles, and given staff. And then what? Went out there and did nothing. They were a drain on the Jamaican economy. As a matter of fact, within weeks of coming here, Mark Shields, I think he was what? Assistant Commissioner or something like that. He wrote off a Prado or one of those big SUVs, crash it, write it off. But, and what you think happened? He was just given another one. Just like that. And they didn't add a 1% drop to the Jamaica Constabulary Force. As a matter of fact, they end up fighting the members, the real crime fighters on the ground who were trying to make a difference. Because one of the things with us, as Jamaicans, our leaders, they think that the best people for the force are outside of the force. Not just outside the force, but overseas. I remember when Mark Shields just came here and there was a shooting in East Kingston. I think it was in McIntyre Villa, if I remember right. But somewhere, if it's not McIntyre Villa, it's somewhere in Rockfort. And I hear that when he heard of the shooting incident, and I think they had cordoned off a certain area, he went in, the police had the area secured. He drive up in his SUV, come out, and alright, let me give you an idea the fanfare he came out with. Take a look at this scene from the movie Cabra. You know, ride up like him a superstar. And you know what happened? Bigger Ford, who had a lesser rank than him at the time. Bigger Ford was about 2 or 3 ranks lower, but I think he was an assistant superintendent at the time, or DSP. And him have to look when him come and try to take over the crime scene, like he want to come and take command. Bigger Ford have to run him way. Bigger Ford have to look for him and say, no. I know so we do it here so. I know so it go here so. You can't just come up here and go on like say you want come take over. Go back to your car, go sit down. We will deal with the thing and we tell you what go on. You don't know how you have to run. And Bigger Ford have to raise him up. Even though he's up a higher rank. What we need in the force are competent people. And competent people does not mean going out and getting a degree. These days, all you have to do is to go to university, get a degree in any topic whatsoever, and become promoted. And get promoted fast up to gazetted rank level. While people who actually does police work are left without ever getting a promotion. And it's not even a case where these people can even administer an office. You know, what you get a degree to uplift yourself instead of getting a degree to come uplift the force. And the force take you and reward you for upgrading yourself while not rewarding anybody who can upgrade the competency or efficiency of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. And for the women who are aspiring to become to be promoted up into the gazetted rank, one of the things you need to do apart from a degree or to go to get a degree, you have to can quint. And for those of you who don't understand what I mean that you have to be able to quint, please do not ask me. I don't want any of you to cause YouTube to demonetize me or block me. So if you are a true Jamaican, you know what it is to quint. And now I'm going to give you a particular example of what I mean. You see, what the force does is that it has a few hand-picked people. That these people are hand-picked from before they even enter the force, or at least while they are in training. And these people are, these hand-picked people, they are sent to do special training. They are sent to universities at the government expense, completely at the government expense. And they do these both here and overseas. And when they are finished with and they get the qualification, the government then promotes them. And most of these people have never had an arrest. Never had an arrest or being on an operation. What they do is sit in office and push paper around. Do little administrative paper pushing, things that civilians should be doing. A case in point is Superintendent of Police Tanisha Ellison, because she have a Master of Arts degree and a Bachelor of Science degree, and I think she have also a postgraduate diploma or something like that. And she has never done a day in police work. As a matter of fact, half of her life in the police force is spent in school at the government's expense. It's not as if she came into the force with a degree or came in with any qualifications, but they just handpick her and educate her at the government expense and then promote her. Another case is Superintendent Charmian Shand. Or should I say Senior Superintendent Charmian Shand. When she came into the force back in 88, she had no qualifications whatsoever. But then guess what she did? This is one of them who can quint. And quint to the right person. Because guess what? She is Owen Ellington's baby mother. So what him do? Keep sending her to university. So she spent half of her life in university getting qualifications and keep getting qualifications and just keep on getting promotions. And then what? Sent to sit in an office to push paper around. Things that civilians should be doing or could be doing. But from what I'm hearing, Charmian Shand has never made an arrest. Any case coming to her hand, she just pass it on to a constable and say that is the arresting constable. So what we are having here is that a jobs for the boys and a friend thing and nepotism at its highest level. And despite their education, it's possible that these women cannot even write a proper statement or take a statement from anybody. Because it's not like as if they had even excelled while in police training. As a matter of fact, Charmian Shand, who is now Senior Superintendent, when she was given the police test before she could have graduated, she failed and had to do it over. And hold on, these are the people who sent Chucky Brown to Clarendon to go clean up Clarendon of gunmen, and when Chucky Brown do it, them and he got in trouble. All of these people who have never, a gunshot have never been fired at them. They have never ever heard a gunshot fired except on the range. They have never tackled a gunman. They have never done anything that they have never even had a night shift, a graveyard shift, or done anything. Rain never wet them. They sit in air-conditioned office every day, right? And they sent Chucky Brown and his team out, remember, to do the dirty work in Clarendon, and Chucky Brown clean up Clarendon. And when Chucky Brown was caught with his hand in the cookie jar, a people like them run left Chucky Brown, and he's now languishing in prison, awaiting the hearing on his appeal. These are the elites and these are the protected people in the force. Now people, I want to look at a crowbait here. Him name Andrew Lewis, Assistant Commissioner of Police Andrew Lewis. Andrew Lewis spent half of his life in the Jamaica Constabulary Force getting a degree at the expense of the Jamaican government. And what does he use this degree to do? To see how much he can keep down rank and file police officers, how he can oppress them. Remember a few months ago, Corporal Rowan James, who is the head of the Jamaica Police Federation, he went to a funeral of one of his police colleagues who had died, and he made some statements expressing what all the rank and file members felt about what's going on in the force, and showing up their incompetency and wanting a better salary and all of that. And for that, he was suspended by the Jamaica Constabulary Force. As a matter of fact, it was Assistant Commissioner of Police Andrew Lewis who was the lone respondent in the claim filed by lawyers acting on behalf of Corporal Ron James. In other words, he was fighting this Assistant Commissioner of Police who knows nothing about police work, who have never arrested a man or ever testified in front of a judge or for the prosecution in any case. He is the one now trying to make sure that Ron James either loses his job or get penalized for speaking out against the nepotism and the evil that's going on in the Jamaica Constabulary Force. Yes, guys, that is how low we have sunk. The one good thing about this incident is that the judge who had the case, which was Justin Caroline Ty Powell, she ruled against him. And that's how Corporal Ron James managed to get some solace in his soul. There was a time, when you'd have to kill dirty gunman to get stripe. Now, all you have to do, I go upgrade yourself for your own means and come fight against real crime fighting officers. Another one, him, is Superintendent Kenneth Chin. He was in charge of St. Elizabeth Police Station, divisional headquarters at one stage. Him never arrest a man yet. He has never testified in a criminal trial yet. All him do, go study law and come back and sit down in a air-conditioned office, drive big vehicle, and pretty much nothing more. Them man, they live like Governor General. It's just ceremonial posts those guys hold. So things that they are doing with their degrees are things that a normal civil servant could have gone to the station and done. It didn't need a degree or that kind of big salary to do it. They have no administrative capabilities whatsoever. He's just like the other khaki clothes men them. I could go on and tell you about a lot of them because there's about 25 names that I have to call, but in order to keep this video within reasons. Anyway guys, thanks for sharing, like, share. Anyway guys, thanks for listening. Like, share, leave a comment below, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.